Alright, I want to just make something super clear because, again, uh, my eyes for the past 2 years since the pandemic, everything have been on the economy as a whole. And many people, aside from myself, are still expecting a significant correction in the market. Maybe not necessarily a collapse like it was heading that way. Like I said, them raising the debt ceiling helped. Hopefully it wasn't too late. And then again, there's CARES Act stuff, or whatever, all the shit from the pandemic that's going to be expiring soon. There's going to be a lot of money that has been handed out and pumped into the economy that is no longer going to be there unless they come up with something. A lot of the people that I'm sure got into this and got into trading were people at home on unemployment, heard about this, decided to start trading, started pumping money into it, all that lovely shit. Now, if you're considering going long on something, and there's going to be shit that I'm sure is going to be okay and going to be safe. That's assuming it's not a total fucking collapse and it's just a correction overall. Just make sure, if you're going long, you're going long. Because no one knows how long the correction's going to be. Even with crypto, the crypto crash happened back in May. And you had part of May, all of June, July, and then in, like August, it started kind of coming back. So it was a couple months just for that to come back. And even then, if you're looking at the charts and everything on it, like I said, everything lines up with, this fucking ETF and options chain and everything that was, amongst the big players to fuck around with and short and, do their thing with crypto. And then all the liquidity that's been needed in the market just for the whole economy overall. And then, there's some speculation that a lot of the GME and AMC losses from earlier this year, from January through April, a lot of the big guys, all those big fuckers, they were the first people to put lots and lots and lots of money into crypto. And if they pull, I mean, shit, that's it. It's very noticeable. Be very, very, very noticeable. And the same thing has the potential to happen in the stock market overall across the board, because big money is invested in a lot of different things. And if there's a correction, that means there's going to be a lot of sell-off. No one knows exactly what will be targeted, or not necessarily targeted, but what will get hit the hardest. And that's, again, assuming that there is not an overall crash that's just going to affect the entire market as a whole. A lot of my long plays have been long plays for a while, since before June, before all this shit. And even then, I'm still watching everything very, very closely because I may pull those positions. If shit starts looking like it's heading towards an inevitable correction, I may pull my positions and rethink when I'm going to get back in. It all depends. So if you're looking at other shit, just, make sure you're not only looking at that. Look around the whole market. Keep your eyes focused on the economics going on in the United States right now and the world as a whole, but definitely the United States. Because there's still many people that believe this thing is coming. There's a bunch of signs that point to this thing coming. And I think that we have already seen some effects of it in certain areas of the market. Some people already engaging in certain sell-offs. And it could affect a huge part of the market. There's a lot of smart people, a lot of very smart people that are expecting this collapse and crash and are betting on it happening. A lot of big money is betting on it happening. So again, My job, my goal here is to protect you all and your money as much as I'm trying to protect mine. And at the end of the day, it's your decision to do what you want to do, but make sure you are educating yourself across the board. Um, that's my biggest worry, even now, because I showed you that pattern in SPY, and I got into SPY. I mean, now a couple months ago, I was so worried that this collapse is inevitable and it's going to happen sometime. And now I really, really got to pay attention to it because it could happen. I may have just picked a bad fucking time to get in, and maybe it's not going to continue this trend that it's done all year. Maybe now, heading into uh, this quarter and getting ready for the fourth soon, maybe people are going to start selling off. I don't know. Um, all I can say is just keep a very, very close watch on your investment. If you are deciding to go long on anything soon, make sure you have an exit strategy in the event you start taking losses. Um, Make sure you just know, hey, fuck that, nope, bad idea, and then just wait for it to go lower, 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 lower until it looks like it's basing somewhere, then get in there. Fingers crossed, none of that happens. And if there is any sorts of sell-offs, it's not anything super drastic that's going to fucking destroy the market. But at least, be prepared for it, is all I'm saying. Just be prepared for it. Make sure you have an exit strategy in the event it doesn't go the way that you were expecting it to go. So just be safe and be careful with those investments. Um, yeah, and I personally, and it's just me, I don't plan on going long on anything. No new long positions. Everything I may buy shit with longer expirations just to save some of the downside that could potentially harm it if it does start going the wrong way, and I can get out, without taking a super duper huge hit. But as far as a lot of that goes, I'm really kind of waiting towards the end of the year, this whole fucking year, especially with that, like I said, the fucking, so there's a lot of money that is not going to be going back into the economy here in the next couple weeks, unless they do something, which I doubt they will. At this point, it kind of almost seems like they're hoping that shit fucking happens, but uh, we'll see. Be careful. Just be careful. You know, again, if you're going long on something, make sure you know why you're going long on it. Make sure you understand the dynamics of everything going on in the economy right now. I really want everyone to understand that fucking record high reverse repo shit is very bad. That's very, very, very bad. It's not not a good thing. That is a signal that these motherfuckers are going to have to sell off a lot of shit, potentially. Um, it's taking all of that money to keep the market and the economy afloat right now. So be safe, be careful, be smart. Remember to set percentages. That should be the only numbers you're concerned with now. Percentages for gains and losses. That's it. When you're going to get out, when you plan to get out. You can always get back in. If it's still continuing a trend and going upward, you can always get back in. Not a big deal. But if you sitting there holding too long, you fuck around, end up like us. I watched all that disappear because, you was there, So just be safe, guys. Be safe about it. Don't get too gung-ho with shit. Even with crypto right now, I'm not, I already told you, I got what I've had and what I've held, but I'm not 100% convinced yet. I'm still waiting on a couple indicators to see that this whole Bitcoin run and everything is legit and everything's back on track and it's heading towards where everyone believes it's going to be heading towards. I'm not 100% convinced because there is no indicator showing that all of this is due to high interest of public buying into this shit at all. Everything with that data correlates with shorting and a solid potential that those shorts got returned. So we'll see what happens, guys. But again, I just want to make sure you guys are safe. I don't want everyone losing money elsewhere either. Not just here, obviously, but elsewhere. Um, you already know I'm long on AMD, but I've been long on AMD. Uh, and again, that may be something that I end up having to pull that position if it looks like this shit's heading towards some sort of correction. Um, I expected a between $100 and $110 fluctuation once the thing settled down after earnings. But if these guys end up like successfully pushing this shit back down under 100 and maybe towards the $90 region, I mean that is definitely going to be due to sell-offs. That is going to be due to sell-offs. Some people trying to be first, instead of getting stuck last. So I'll try to do more updates on that shit too, stuff like that. But just wanted to put that out there right quick. All right, y'all.